Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in to your Written in the Stars February 2017 Horoscope. I'm so excited to see you. If we haven't met before, my name is Madeline, and if you're back, I really appreciate it and thank you so much. As usual, I'll be doing two different readings for you during this video. Your Horoscope, which is a really overarching look at the whole story for the month, and then a really laser-focused spread to give you some action steps to take and a theme to sort of focus on to make the most of your month. Of course, it's going to be Valentine's Day, and February is for lovers. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, has just entered Aries, so I'm expecting things to really heat up, and we may see some of that in your reading. But you can also tune into your first ever Written in the Stars video horoscope to see where she's lighting up your chart specifically. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you will let me know what you think of these horoscopes. I would love, love, love to hear from you, and I hope that it provides you some great insight and empowerment for the month. Without further ado, on to your reading. Hey Aries! Thank you for joining me for your February 2017 Horoscope. Super excited to see what's coming up for you this month. Aries in February 2017. Okay. Aries. 2017. Aries. February 2017. Wow. Okay. February. February. Ooh. I like that, Aries. February. Wow, that's funny, Aries, because that Queen of Pentacles there, she jumped out right before I turned on the camera while I was meditating on you and focusing on you, and I was just sort of clearing out the cards, and she leapt out onto the top like, hello. So let's see. Okay. Well, February looks like a good month for you, Aries, and a month where the changes that you make, the willing transformations and evolutions that you undertake are really going to, they're going to produce fruit. They're going to bring you greater equality, greater harmony. You're going to see the fruits of your labor. You're going to see milestones of your progress this month. Excuse me. So Aries, if you haven't been here before, you're going to see me turning over these cards that many readers would read as reversed. I read intuitively, so I do not read upside down cards as arbitrarily reversed or muted in their meaning. So I turn them right side up so that you can clearly see the images here and let your own intuition speak to you along with the messages that I get from Spirit and that Spirit shares with me. Okay, so as February opens, Aries, you can feel that you are not the same person as you used to be. The moon is talking about shape-shifting. The Spirit is saying that you have discovered a new side of yourself, or you have dived more deeply into that side of yourself. And they're talking about the quote-unquote animal side, the side of you that is instinctual. So when I say the animal side, I'm not talking about necessarily even acting wild, quote-unquote, in the way that we would normally think of that. I'm talking about, again, really instinctual, really trusting what your body says to do, what sets your heart on fire. Wow, like you're really going through this tremendous level up in February. The world is following the moon, saying that trusting your instincts is really going to teach you something amazing and is going to give you a real bird's eye view, no animal pun intended there, but there it is, a bird's eye view of what's going on in your life and allow you to establish some new patterns, to continue with some Spirit is saying that you've started, many of you, and these are general readings, Aries, so some of these messages will resonate for some of you more than others. But for many of you, you have been instituting these new habits and you're really starting to see the results. Like, wow, I fit into these pants better than I used to, is what Spirit is saying. And like, wow, I'm finding this this task a lot easier and simpler to do than I used to. So it's going faster, it's going better. And I'm seeing some great results from that. I'm seeing like I'm getting paid more. Or if it's not literal payment, it's like resources. So maybe you're not getting a check signed to you by a boss, but it's like, again, the way that they were saying, wow, that task that used to be so difficult for me is so much easier. It's like the return on interest, the return on your physical investment is so much more. Like, wow, I got my homework done faster, or even as simple as that. Like, wow, I got my taxes done faster than I ever have before because I've been working on being more organized, that sort of thing. So you are meant to feel proud of yourself this month. This is the card for looking around at what you've created and really being able to, I mean, wow, when I say that, Spirit draws me right down here. You have two of the cards that say, Aries, like, wow, look what I did. And I pretty much did it myself, and I can be really proud of it. The Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Here in the Nine of Pentacles, it's like, look what she has grown in her garden. And she is clearly a woman of means. She has plenty. She looks content. And this guy has like more than enough. He's even like pleasantly plump with these overflowing cups of honey. And normally when I see that card, I can feel this sense of like, okay, don't rest on your laurels. But with you, Aries, I'm really not feeling that. I'm really not feeling that you're going to be complacent. I'm feeling like you are very much ready to go for it. The only thing I would say is don't box yourself in. Okay, so this is what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying that many of you have helpful people around you. And for someone, it's a cousin. I don't know why Spirit really wants to relay that for some of you that is a cousin. But someone is speaking to you, speaking good news into your life, speaking good vibes into your life. And this person really has your best interest at heart. And they really do want to see you succeed. But I feel like they're, in some aspect, this person who loves you and is close to you and is very supportive of you, they have a little bit more of a conservative view of what's possible for you or what you're capable of. And so maybe Spirit is being so specific about the fact that they love you because they don't want you to see them trying to limit you as a negative or as a lack of respect or appreciation for your abilities. So for some of you, that's a husband or wife or a boyfriend or girlfriend. And for others of you, it's like they said, a cousin, a family member, someone who says, you know, Nico, I think that's fantastic that you're trying to do that, but I just don't think that you're able to achieve that level. So maybe let's dial back your level of expectation. So don't do that. Definitely don't dial back your level of expectation this month because there is a lot available to you. The Chariot is like the card of ultimate victory. So it's like, step out of your box and take the reins and you can really drive this where you want to go. I mean, the Chariot's not not just overcoming obstacles. It's like I leverage the opposition to my advantage. I am able to see what my adversaries do, and I see the holes in their plans. I see the weaknesses. I see the strengths as well, and because of that, I'm better able to navigate the Chariot, you see, and pulling you these opposing energies, the black and the white horse. So it's like your excitement and your rage, your joy and your depression, like both of these can be wielded in the direction that you want to when you very much intend that way. And when you have a real, again, they're using the word vision for what you want to create. When you have a vision for it, you can absolutely create it. Yes, it's going to be a lot. You're taking on a lot in February. You have a lot of expectations of yourself. And as I say that, Spirit is saying, and people have a lot of expectations of you as well. I feel like a lot of you feel like you need to live up to something. And for some of you, they're saying specifically, like you are going home or you are going somewhere where family is this month and you really want to have something to show for it. Or they are expecting you to have something to show for it, like while you completed this mission or you know, brought home the bacon from that long trip, that kind of thing. And for a lot of you, though, this is self-imposed pressure. It's not that your family or your loved ones are necessarily like, okay, but what did you get done out there? It's like, Aries, you expect a lot of yourself. And honestly, you can have it. You're the Queen of Pentacles. You are the nurturer. You have so much to give this month. Like you have so much bounty, and it's stuff that you have created. So it's not anything that's just handed to you on a silver platter. It's like you made this, and again, they're saying you should feel proud of this. Like you've been working long and hard at this, and these results that you're seeing, don't bypass the celebration of those results. Definitely take time to sit back and look at what you've done, look at what's different than what it used to be before you started working, and acknowledge like, wow, I have come a really long way. Okay, so again, these are general readings, Aries, and if you want something more personal, you could definitely book a one-on-one with me. My shop is linked below if you would like that. But regardless of in what area this success is coming, Spirit wants to say that taking the time to reflect on where you were and how far you have come is not indulgent, and it's not going to be a waste of time. It's actually going to propel you further forward, and it's also going to show you ahead of time where some potholes might be in your plan down the road, so that you can fill them in now and have a much smoother ride later on. So you really want to take time to sit back, recline, reflect, like take your time, and then get really honest with yourself. Because yes, there is plenty to be happy about for you this month, plenty of things going really well in your life. And those things that could use a little bit of cutting, for example, all of these tasks that you have on your plate, being really honest with yourself and kind of cutting through the crap and getting to the point and speaking with other people about like, this is what I want or this is what I don't want, is really going to do you favors this month. The Ace of Swords is like breakthroughs. So if there's any situation in which you feel confusion or fogginess, and Aries, you want honesty at all times, and you want to just know what the hell is happening and not have any kind of lies, not have any kind of like confusion, obfuscation. And so great, like just cut through all of that by saying, okay, so I feel kind of weird about what happened on Wednesday. What was that all about? Like, that's all it takes. That is all it takes. And when you cut through that, it's gonna, Spirit is saying, like talking about the fact that that in itself is gonna cut down a lot on stress. And cutting out what's unnecessary is gonna lighten your load and get you where you wanna go faster, higher and faster. You're building so much this month, Aries, and again, they're saying you're going to have a lot to be proud of. So be prepared to receive. Again, don't think small, think big. Think about what your big goals are, because this is a month where you can really make things happen. I mean, Spirit is giving you all kinds of green lights and saying like, it's so many green lights that it may even be more than you know or expect or feel like you can handle. But you can definitely handle it. So let's get a little more insight here by looking at your fiercely focused spread. And get those action steps for you and see if we can get some more details. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Let's find your theme for February 2017. Aries. February. Woo! Okay then. Oh my god, I hadn't even seen that. That's hilarious. Okay, so you like double down. Spirit is doubling down on this Chariot, Aries. Like, holy crap. And that is one of the finest, best, most exciting cards that you can get in the deck. Again, that is victory. That is overcoming the opposition. So for those of you who feel like, wow, it's a lot to take on, damn, you've got a great chance. You have got a great chance of making this happen for yourself. So again, they're saying take the reins, get in the driver's seat. Don't let anybody choose for you this month. You need to be the one making the calls, making the decisions, turning the wheel, putting your foot on the gas. So be the leader, Aries. Now, that doesn't mean bulldoze over other people. It's a chariot, not a bulldozer. So don't claim absolute authority. But when it comes to decisions that you make for yourself and in your life, definitely don't let anybody else guide you by the nose or take the reins, which is not usually like you, Aries, but Spirit is really hammering that home because that could be a real possibility. Someone that you love and respect and admire that is expecting something of you, and they may expect you to go to a certain school, take a certain job, date a certain person. What matters in this case right now is what you feel and what you think and what you want. Okay, so Spirit's really, really hammering that home. Okay, so now let's take a look at what you can expect or must invoke when it comes to the physical, financial, earth element stuff. What's going on with your money, your work, your resources in February 2017, Aries. Okay. Taking a look at how it's going, taking a look at what your efforts have yielded so far, and making a decision about whether or not it's going in the way that you want it to. Again, general readings, Aries, but for a lot of you, I'm feeling like you feel pretty tired and you're not that jazzed about what this has created for you. So again, the way Spirit was saying, some of those tasks can be cut off your list. So take a look at everything that you do every day, every week, every month, whatever this is, and be like, okay, do I really need to do all that? Has, you know, let's see, has going to that dance class, has it given me the pleasure that I really want? Or have I ended up spending the money but only going to the class like once every couple months, but I'm spending like $100 a month on that? So it's not that you necessarily don't enjoy the class, but it might be, again, what I'm investing is not worth what I'm getting in returns. So be very discerning about that. Again, the investment versus the return, whether that's your money, your energy, your emotions. Just really take a look at what you've been able to create and whether it's been worth the energy and the work that you put into it. And don't be afraid to cut certain things out. There are some things that you could cut out for now and put back in when you're ready. So don't judge yourself, Aries. It doesn't mean that you're not strong or powerful or able to do that. It just means that you have certain priorities and certain things are going to be more worth your time than others. So don't be afraid to do that. Okay. So now let's look at what's going on with you mentally. What is going through your mind this month? What are you speaking? What kind of battles of wits might you experience this month? February 2017, Aries. Wow. Again, same card as your previous reading, different deck. The Ace of Swords. Cut through. Break through. Speak the truth. You... Wow, Spirit just said you win. So that's a really nice confirmation. What you want to say it. What you believe could be happening that you want to know if it's happening, ask that question. Don't be afraid. And again, I know, Aries, you're very brave. You're not usually the type to be fearful. So in this case, just say the thing, no matter how awkward, no matter how disruptive it might be. It's going to behoove you. It's going to benefit you to just make your point. Okay. So now we're looking at how things are going with you emotionally. What's going on in your heart this month? What are you feeling? How are you relating? How are others relating to you? Ah, beautiful. The Ten of Cups is, again, another one of the best cards that you can get in the whole deck. It is ultimate happiness, it is celebration, and it's most of all being surrounded by love. So again, Spirit is saying that for a lot of you, there's a homecoming this month that is going to be very joyful, that is going to be people surrounding you and celebrating what you have achieved, which underlines really, again, Spirit saying that you're going to do really well, so don't put so much pressure on yourself and don't be afraid to let certain things go. You're still going to get that hero's welcome. You're still going to get that support and that emotional, it's like Spirit is saying, like a verbal and emotional hug as opposed to like a physical one. Like the physical one is there, of course, but it's like you're going to really feel the love this month. Your group, okay, like your tribe, because for some of you that's not blood family. Your group, your tribe is around you, really giving you support for everything that you've done, and they really appreciate and see the work that you've put in. Okay. And now Let us see. What is setting you on fire this month? How is your energy going out into the world? Oh, jumper. Ah, that suits you down to the ground, Aries. The Knight of Wands, which you know you're the fire element and wands are fire. The Knight of Wands says, be a little impulsive, be a little impetuous, which Aries is you. So be yourself, be bold, be passionate, chase your passion, follow your bliss. Send the message is what Spirit is saying. So a lot of you, it's like you've thought about like, oh, I need to write this blog post, or I need to put out this video, or I need to write this article, or make this statement, or just even say this on Instagram, say this on Twitter, say this on Facebook. Like, say it, do it, go for it, make it happen. Some of you are even moving this month or going on a trip somewhere, like, and I'm feeling like long distance. So even if you're not moving, it's a trip and it is somewhere like out of the state or very, very far away, even if it's in the same state by like hundreds of miles. So enjoy that. That should bring you some enjoyment and pleasure. And Spirit is again saying that some of you are on a trip now and you're going to be coming home soon. So get what you need to get done. Use your passion. It is going to be a trip where you get to use your energy, where you get to be fiery. You have to be bold, you have to be decisive, and you have to be very brave. So for some of you, this is like physical. This is like a mission that you want to get done. And for some of you, it's a fire of the heart. So really put your passion into it, and you can't lose, especially taking these reins. It's going to please you so much. It's going to please you so much to take the reins, to do what makes you feel passionate, to recognize what needs to be cut in order for the rest of you to flourish better, to be able to cut off one thing so that the energy that used to be going there and wasn't producing great results, you cut that off, and then everything else can spring to life. I hope this has been helpful, Aries, and I hope that you'll let me know what you thought about this. If you have any questions or if you want to tell me anything about what you felt in your reading or any bells that it rang, I would love to get in contact with you, whether it's through social media or you can leave me something in the comments. I would love, love, love to hear from you. I hope you have a fantastic February, and I hope to see you again in March and that you check out your horoscopes. Thanks, Aries.